Alrighty, guys. Let's get it. Let's go, guys. Welcome. Let's get this show on the road, guys. How are we? Good morning, good afternoon, and very good evening. Welcome, ladies and gents. Welcome across both YouTube and TikTok. Hope you guys are all doing well. YouTube guys, didn't know really how to do it, but I've left a link in the pin to the top of the chat, just for those of you who haven't joined the Discord. So just click on that to join the free Discord. For those of you in TikTok, jump across, click on that link. We will be on this evening, or this evening my time anyway, but this morning or this afternoon for those of you in UK for NY session. But nonetheless, guys, welcome. Hope you're all having a good day. A good start today for me. It's been a really good day during the Asian session. If you haven't joined in Discord, I suggest you do so, because we called two really nice trades during the Asian session today. Caught one nice one, caught two actually. Both were wins. One was a very small win, the other one was a more substantial win, but nonetheless been a really good start to the week. So we'll see what we've got moving forward on both GJ and gold. I'll also take a look at any requests, or look at GU at some point, possibly NAS moving forward. But again, hope you guys are in the Discord, because those of you who are training Asian session, you have got a wealth of knowledge and possible entries on GJ. Now let's start with GJ, guys. In the meantime, don't forget, hit like button, guys on TikTok, smash that screen for us, and we'll get underway moving forward on GJ. So we just had some news, by the way, so let's quickly have a look at that, recap what happened. So claimant change, it came out less than previous. Average earnings came out the same as the previous. So is that what that shows is maybe a little bit of stagnation in the wage growth, which if there's less people getting paid less, then doesn't it's not in line with the inflation growth. Well, what that's likely going to lead to is less spending within the economy, which will lead to likely lowering of inflation to come in time. So that's the bit of the case. That could provide more of a softening stance by the Bank of England moving forward, and hence could be potential rate cuts on the agenda moving forward. From what I've heard, they're thinking about possibly August as being the first potential option. Obviously, they've got the election to come up in between, so I think they're going to wait till after that. But anyway, enough of that, guys. Let's do what we do best, and let's look at the charts and do the analysis moving forward on GJ. Starting with the GJ, and let's start the weekly time frame. Looking at the candle itself, it's forming bullish candles, just an inside bar candle. Previous candle did close back bearish, long way to the downside. Obviously, once it's set again, like I said yesterday, it's tapped into that resistance to the left, leaving a long wick. We'd be in a break above the previous weekly candle's high, but I feel there's a good chance at that point there that we could again push up into price discovery territory that we've not been at for a very long time on GJ. So looking at the daily time frame now, we are technically still bullish in structure. We have counter probabilities to the upside. Previous daily did close a strong bullish candle right at high of that most recent resistance. We have since broken it, and what we are now doing is popping back down towards the current daily candle's low. So seeing we have a high low high to the previous, then we don't really necessarily need to pull back and break our own low if we were to continue bullish. If we do so, it may just be a small pullback to grab some more liquidity and move in line with the actual structure and trend itself in a daily time frame. But having said that, it could also provide potential entry points for sellers below the current daily candle's low. Onto the 4-hour time frame, you can see below that current daily candle's low, we're starting to pop back below that resistance that we've broken out of, which was a stubborn level, strong level of resistance from last week. So we are still technically bearish in structure. We've retested, tapped into the last significant lower high on the 4-hour, only to reject. So could this be the start of a potential deeper pullback? So I'm just going to mark in most recent. I'm going to mark in that level, seeing we have yet to confirm resistance. We've still got two and a bit hours remaining on the current 4-hour. But so far rejecting that resistance to the left hand side. As far as support, marking the current daily candle's low, seeing it lines up with that previous resistance to the left hand side. So if we remain above that level, could still be options, I feel, to look for our buys. Can we get involved in sells in between? Possibly. We'll see what we've got on the M30 time frame. So we're weak bearish on the weekly. We are bullish on the daily, counter probabilities to the upside. We are bearish on the 4-hour, rejecting a 4-hour resistance, rejecting that last significant lower high. Now the 30-minute time frame. All right, so this tells me the story. So very simple analysis moving forward today on GJ. I'm going to chase the sells just now. Reason being is it's already pushed from the highs and it is now in the bottom third of the range. So for me, not really keen on selling at the bottom third. Likely don't have the margin. If we have the margin, might consider a cheeky sell. Just depends how price action forms prior to the open, the next 20 odd minutes. But at this stage, what I'm likely going to be doing is just wait for the 30-minute structure to be retested. Seeing we've got that as bullish at the moment. Actually, no, I take that back. Let's just take a step back, guys. Still technically bearish from this drop from last Tuesday. However, we are forming bullish micro trend, creating high lows, high highs. So I'm just going to base it more off that the time being and say if we come back down to respect the current daily candles low, respect the support formed at the open around the current daily candles low, I'd be looking for my catalyst within price action to take a buy back up towards the current daily candles high. So buys from the support for me on GJ would be definitely an option. Now, obviously, if we pull back only to reject the current daily candles high, reject that resistance yet again, I'm going to be likely looking for my sell options. Now, further sell options, if we do pop back down the current daily candles low, bounce off and it start to pop below it, close below it, what we've got is some very clean traffic to the left. At that point, I feel is a high probability. Not only we back below the current daily candles low, we're also back below that 4-hour resistance. So at that point there was a high probability price to come back down to the most recent support below the current level, which is around that 199.350. So sells below the current daily candles low would be definitely a plan. And further buys obviously above the resistance. Closures above the current daily candles high would suffice. Yep. If we start to close above the current daily candles high, then I would definitely be keen to look for a potential buy option. Because if we do respect this low, pull up and create a higher high, confirmed by closing above, and it feels a high probability we will continue to see upside. We've got clean traffic up to around that 200.6. There's likely going to be enough margin to look for the buy option if that is to be the case. So that is GJ, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. It's looking good, at least it's trending. And go over some of the entries that I called and took during the agent session. I talked and walked the Discord guys through. GJ's analysis that I sent in, end of day analysis and pre-agent session analysis, was absolutely spot on. Gold is still sort of forming. Could potentially still play out, but GJ's to a T, absolutely perfect. All right, so let's have a look at the gold, and let's start as always with the weekly time frame. Once again, based on that previous weekly candle, that is a strong bearish candle to me. It's close to its low. So I'm more concerned about at this rate, because it's left a long wick to the upside, how far back it could potentially pull, gather some more liquidity before eventually, if it was to move back in line with the previous weekly candle, I'll probably be marking the open of that previous weekly candle's potential level of liquidity for price to pull back to. So I would call that weak bearish. Reason means because it's closed close to its low, more near its low. So I've obviously marking from the open to the lowest point. For me, it's a strong body candle, so I'm going to call that a strong bearish candle. We did close below the support to the left. We begin to break the previous candle's low. There was a high probability we'll continue to the downside. Looking at the daily, but we are at a very strong level on the daily. Obviously bounced off yesterday. What I'm going to do is mark in the previous daily candles high. Seeing we've formed support at previous support. Structure wise, we do remain bullish as well. So based off that, you can see how I'm starting to gather different confluences, and albeit at the moment slightly conflicting with the daily, weekly bearish, daily bullish, and counter probabilities to the upside. Now onto the 4-hour. Now what we can see on that time frame is we are definitely bearish in structure. Not only that, we've just pulled back to form a resistance within the current daily candle and create a lower high on the 4-hour. Now if we pop back down to retest the support on the 4-hour, high probability we'll continue to downside. The issue is though, below that level we're running straight into further support to the left hand side. So if we can try to find a trade in between that, that would be great as far as to the downside or upon a potential pullback. So let's go down now to the all important M30. So we're bullish on the daily, we're bearish on the weekly, we're bearish on the 4-hour, and the M30 structure, look where it rejected yesterday. And once again, the weekend update video, I have this level marked in as a potential level price could pull back to create something wick for a new week before it heads back down in line with the previous week account. So far, that is the level we're respecting. That is the level where the structure will flip bullish in the M30 on a closure above. So at this rate, we do remain below it. So therefore, as long as we continue to remain really below this whole swing point, we are technically bearish on the M30. So therefore, for me, biases to the downside, kind of in the middle. We're just consolidating, so I don't take trades out of consolidation. I rather wait for a strong confirmation. If it was to the upside, what's likely going to happen is going to be pushing back up to that resistance, leaving very little margin to look for a potential buy. But if that's to be the case, what I'm going to be looking for is to see if price does actually tap into 23.12, begin to reject, grab liquidity from the upside, and look for my candle with price actions to take a sell back down towards the current daily candles low. So sells below that resistance. Now, would there be possible sells below the support? This depends how we close below, and I'd want to see a strong closure below the support form in the current daily candle. Seeing now the current daily, we've created a lower low, but if we pull back now and create that lower high, expect the current level and begin to pop below at 22,987.90 roughly. There could be options to potentially sell it. I'm just going to mark it in, but we'll see what we got in the 15-minute time frame. Looks like we could be able to scalp or sell. It just depends how we approach that level, to be honest, guys. It's not as clean, so I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with that. And obviously, if we do pop down towards the current weekly low, we're still respecting the previous weekly candles low and bounce off this support. It's going to be looking for a similar candles and price action as what we had over here. Bit of consolidation as price begins to pop away, move away from that consolidation, close above it, and I'd just be trading the range, buying it low, selling from the highs. And that is pretty much it on the gold. Now, that is what I'll be looking at. So as of now, traded GJ twice today, and it's worked well on GJ. So GJ, we need to wait for now the move, probably come back down to that support. So we'll see what we've got. We've got what, 13 minutes left until London Open. Now, let's see on gold, what sort of margin is there to the upside? Fair bit, to be honest. We're just going to wait patiently for gold because it's just consolidating, so I need a really strong catalyst, really in either direction, to look for any trade at the moment. We've got that resistance formed, current level, rejecting yet again. So we'll see if there could be potential buys above it, could be short-lived buys. What other confluences can we gather? Well, current 4 hours got a lower high, lower low to the previous. Has no real need to pull back up and break its own high for us to continue bearish. Therefore, you could add that as some more confluence. The hourly would be a strong, if the hourly closes strong bullish engulfing in the next 12 minutes, that could be added confluence as well. So you guys can see as I go through different time frames, just gathering more reasons to add more probability to any potential entry. So we'll consider potential buys above that level. We'll consider it, but it has to be a nice clean closure above, similar to the downside, nice clean closure below. And that is both the GJ and the gold. So guys, smash that like button. Let's get this thing rocking, guys. Let's get the vibe in the chat, both on TikTok and YouTube. Let's get this chat pumping, guys. Say g'day, don't be shy. Let me know how you're going. Yeah, in the meantime, shall we take a look at GU? Well, look at that. That's from yesterday, from MY markup, and it's still relevant. All right, so that's from London session actually yesterday. So the same analysis applies on GU. The bias from memory was bullish, but you got the weekly, it's bearish. You got lower high, low low, and weekly. Daily structure is bullish. Previous daily close bearish and begin to break above the current daily counter high. Will make sense to look for the buy option, bouncing off that support. The 4 hour structurally still technically bullish, consolidating, bounced off that support, begins to pop above that consolidation. Again, add a reason to look for a potential buy. And the 30-minute, the time frame on the M30 looks like it's flipped bullish. So the bias is to the upside. Therefore, that same analysis as yesterday really on GU. I'd look for the buys above 127.410 roughly. And if we do pop back down, respect the 30-minute structure, so remain above 127.05 roughly. I'd also be looking for my potential buy options, take it back up on GU. Will not be chasing the sells just now. It's counter trend. Feel if you were to be in sells, you probably would have had to be in it already. Yeah, I'd be just patient with the sells. You probably need to wait for it to pull back up, reject the current daily counter high, and then potentially look for your sell option if that's to be the case. So that is GU. Alrighty, guys. Don't be shy. Say good day. Let me know how you're going. First of all, who we got? Our YouTube friends. So, I'm gonna watch golf for the time being, by the way. My YouTube friends. T-Dog, good day to you. Franco, good morning, brother. Julio, good morning. Mr. Steve D, the one and only YouTube member at the moment. Good day to you. Hope you're well, brother. Doc, good morning. Hope you're well. And Zolt, good afternoon to you, my friend. Good early evening to you, I should say. On to TikTok, Jasper. Do you trade London session? Yes, I obviously do trade London session. What I'm on at the moment. I trade pretty much London, or I trade London on the daily. I will look at Asian session when I get a chance, if I get a chance of a day, not every day though. And New York session a couple times a week. But I've already had 2 wins on GJ today. One was a very small one. First one was this one here. What happened was I had this level marked in, waited for this candle to close. Didn't take impulse entry until this candle broke. What happened was price popped up a little bit, breaking the high of the previous. Said in the Discord, what I'm waiting for now is price to pop back down, create a lower wick. As soon as it does so, I'm going to set a buy stop above the high, which was a little bit higher up. And it got to about 8 pips roughly, and I just secured because I couldn't really watch it. And it was a good decision because it came back to to where I had my stop loss in the end. So I secured majority at 8 pips, and the second trade was a better trade. This was the one, and I walked the guys through Discord. It was one of those ones where a few times I thought, nah, it's not going to happen. But as this candle closed, had no upper wick, the new candle popped up a tad, and then it's popped back down. I said again in the chat, if it pops down, creates a low wick and breaks its own high again, it's a good entry. And that's what eventually it did do. That's where I took my entries. It broke the high, so it's a tiny bit higher up. And that was pretty much no drawdown that trade. And tapped right into TP. I had the target at this point here. Secured in between, secured some partials, but let a fair chunk of it go as well to the TP. And yeah, it's been a solid day. Really solid day. Good bounce back from last week. And that's all we do, guys. That's all I say. All we do is, even if you have a bad day, a bad week, you don't drastically change anything, especially if it's not broke. You're allowed to take losses. Come back, do the same shit over and over again. And what's likely going to happen, if you know your edge works for you, you're going to get back onto the winning side of things. So that's all I did. Follow my plan, follow my rules, and the rest was history. Franco, nice trades. Cheers, my friend. By the way, guys, more so for the guys on TikTok, the few of you on the stream right now. Good chance I'll be on FamY on TikTok later this evening my time, so later today my time. Thank you for the follow, by the way. So yeah, so do keep an eye on that. I will likely be on for MY session on TikTok. I'm gonna give it a crack on TikTok. YouTube guys, that goes for you too. So it'll be Zoom Discord members will have access to a Zoom call. I might stream live on TikTok, so I hope a few of you don't go into his shadow. Just jump on, guys. Don't worry about it. Jump on, say good day, as per the usual. Five minutes remaining until session open. Guys, talk to me. How are we going? I'm gonna try something here. Has anyone taken any trades yet today? If you have, type 1 in the YouTube chat, just number 1. If you have not, type 0. Let's see if I can get this chat rolling. 1 if you've taken a trade today, 0 if not. Roger, 1, nice one. I want you all to participate. There's 31 of you so far in the YouTube chat. Simple 1 or 0, that's all it is. Franco 1, okay, nice one. Be interested to hear what grade you're in. Oh, you're in a gold buy, okay. Result, alright, so a few of you are been in trades, that's good. Anyone else care to share? Goes for you guys in TikTok too, if you want to type in, you're more than welcome. Thank you guys for the follow on TikTok. Closed JJ Runner this morning. Steve, nice one. JJ Buy Runner, nice one. Want you to engage more. Really would love for you guys to engage more. Let me know what's going on. Simple 1 or 0. 1 for if you have taken a trade, 0 if not. And I'll be definitely still looking for trades, don't you worry. Sorry, excuse the lag. What happened there? Kodiak, good morning to you, my friend. So question is 1 if you've taken a trade yet today, or 0 if not. And for today, I might just chuck the Zoom link into the TikTok, not the TikTok, sorry, into the Discord. If anyone wants to join, feel free, behave. Please make sure to behave. And the deal is, if you are to watch, or if you are to join the stream on the Zoom call, please watch the YouTube stream on another device. So you guys are free to join if you would like to do so. So once again, this free Discord group is open, guys. Did walk through or talk most of the guys through these trades. Whoops. Got a few minutes until London Open. So this is the chat, and this is what I was sending in. Sent it before, so I sent it as I was looking to take the entry. Some earlier chat prior to it as well. So do join if you have not done so yet. It is free. Alright, just over a minute until London Open, guys. Julio, g'day to you, my friend, in the Zoom chat. I hope you're well. Eileen, Good day to you as well. Rajat. So guys, please make sure you're watching though on another device than YouTube. Can't afford to lose YouTube viewers, to be honest. I give you guys this opportunity in good faith. Alright, so gold's still rejecting. See, for me right now, we're just consolidating on gold, so there is no clear direction. It's just indecisive. It could break in either direction. Do I trust it just to take an impulse entry? Absolutely not. Need to wait for the confirmation. So this rate, likely just a closure above or below. When it's coming from consolidations within a range, I'm not going to look for a limit order, by the way, guys. I'm just going to look for a closure above or below, because the limit order in this circumstance got me burnt last week. So I've got to learn from my errors, or from the trades that didn't win. Oh, Franco, so 0. Okay, no problem. So we've got London open. Ian, good morning to you. Cody, you've taken a trade. Nice one. And gold is still within consolidation. GJ, kind of in the middle of this range right now. Out of the 15 close. Close weak bullish. Still got this support to the left though. Let's see. This candle breaks the high of the previous. Prior to breaking its low. And then comes back to break low of the previous. It could be options to get a cheeky little sell option. On the back of the fact that it broke the high, it would have broken the high, possibly grab liquidity from the upside. So if it has a high, low, high, high, it should just trend back up. Be no need for it to pull back down and break the low of the previous candle. If it does so, there's a high probability it will head back down. But I'd be waiting for this candle to pop up, grab that liquidity, and then consider it starting to pop back below this resistance to the left. So right now it's not valid.
Hey, good morning, Justin.
Good morning, Franco. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, so far so good. No trades yesterday, until now also no trades. So
Yep.
What's for your trades taken?
Yeah, London, Asian session was presented really well today. Sometimes it happens, it's sometimes the case. I think I caught it to a T as far as what I was looking for. Also the pre-session analysis, and also to mention in a chat that the volume doesn't really kick in until about probably around an hour into Asian session.
Yeah.
That's when it pretty much did kick in.
When I switched off my PC and I looked on gold and on the M30 time frame, there was a possibility to take the trade. Yeah, but
Oh, yesterday?
No, today
Okay.
on gold, and yeah, but nothing. So it was when it closed coming from the resistance. So it was 3 candles before here on the time frame.
Oh, just here.
Yeah, correct. This one, yeah.
Yeah.
So this
So
would
very
be,
early.
for me, a nice entry.
Yep.
But
No, I agree. Not a bad entry.
Too late. Yeah.
Nice strong catalyst, and you're starting to pop below at support. So
Correct.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I didn't get it.
it happens.
Yeah. Obviously.
As we know, just gotta remain patient, my friend, and you know
Yeah, that's
very
the
well.
point.
Yep. So we'll see what we got moving forward.
I don't know. Yeah, today with this the news which happened.
Yep.
Yeah, normally I would say we will have a negative input.
Yep.
But I don't know. The issue is also this average earnings index is positive. And the last time which I have looked to that, it was as a medium impact, but
Yep.
the last times it had more impact. As
More
the
impact.
target.
Yep.
So,
I
yeah,
agree.
so I'm a little bit indecised. Normally, right now, so GU is closing below support on the M30. There could be maybe some entry. I don't know.
It doesn't look all that bad in the M30. I reckon if it breaks down low again, it's not a bad entry. The only thing is you got the 15-minute support here to the left. The M30 kind of looks a little bit like you're almost a little bit too late to the party. It's right back in the middle of this range.
And it's even tapped in on Rwanda. It's already tapped in.
Oh, to the 15-minute.
Yeah.
Over here. Okay.
Yeah. Also on you. Also
yep.
Here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, GJ as well. I would have preferred for it to pull up a bit more, grab that equity, because at that point there I can trust that we should just continue bullish. Not that I want to buy it from that point, but if it breaks again, so we're currently rejected that 4-hour resistance. But if we broke the previous candle's low after breaking its high, I'd feel more comfortable to look for a big lose sell. But right now it's kind of indecisive, so I'd rather just wait for maybe that engulfing candle.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see. Look at gold as well. Right. We just sit tight, guys. We just wait for our opportunity to pounce. Jay threatening to break.
Would you do today an NY session, Justin?
Yeah, I'll be on FameWay. Just saying earlier, I might even stream it on TikTok, maybe, possibly. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. But I'll be on nonetheless. Once again, no need to force anything. So yeah, so the average earnings came out as per the previous. So greater than the forecast, but no greater than the previous, obviously. So there's a bit of stagnation in wage growth. So again, if inflation's going up but wage growth isn't in line with inflation, well, that's obviously going to lead to likelihood of less spending within the economy, which would likely decrease or have an effect on possible softening of policy. Maybe inflation starting to be clawed back a little bit due to less spending. So once again, I did hear earlier that it's saying possibly August. The only thing is, with all these rate cuts, or potential rate cuts, and that you know, the media and all that been talking about, these analysts, there's so much going on away from that as far as geopolitics. There's elections in the US and UK obviously coming up. That's going to have an impact on currencies. So there's a hell of a lot going on. But by the sounds of it, most of the major economies are in a similar sort of situation right now. Inflation is still being stubborn. Obviously, you've had the ECB just cut recently, but they've come out and said don't expect it to be a continued thing moving forward. The next meetings, it's something I'll just have to play it off the data. And I know here in Oz, the data so far just suggests that inflation is nowhere near under control, and they've talked about potential rate increases here. UK elections next month, truth? Yep. So that's likely going to impact the pound as well. So, you know, g'day to you. Sorry, gold buying currently. Is gold buying currently? No, for me, it's just stuck in consolidation below its resistance. So for me, it's just need to wait for it to break it, close above or below for potential entries. Thank you guys for the follows as well on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. You guys are great. And also, you guys on YouTube, you guys rock. You could smash that like button. If you have not yet followed, subscribe, do so. So right now, waiting on GJ. Waiting to see how this candle closes in the M15. Fair bit of volume. So this, what is potentially playing out, what could be valid right now, is that little interruption counterplay. So what we've got is price has made a significant pullback off the 4-hour resistance and a nice move to the downside. Within it, we've had a pause just here, engulfed it, but not quite engulfing that level enough to look for a buy limit order below that bullish candle. We've yet again created another pause just on the previous candle. So if the current M15 closes strong bearish, significantly below low of that bullish candle, what I determined to be significant enough close below would be a minimum about 5 pips on GJ. If that's to be the case, I may look to set a sell limit order back at the low of that bullish candle in anticipation price will pull back just to grab a little bit more liquidity within the M30 candle, tap into that previous 15-minute low, and begin to pull continue in line with the direction of the 30-minute candle itself and the direction of the current trend of that resistance. So I need to wait just over 4.5 minutes to see where this candle closes. I would like for it to close probably about minimum 4 or 5 pips below, and we'll see. If it goes in the meantime, it goes, because what I did plan for, if I was to look for sells below on an impulse entry, what I mentioned, what I would have wanted to see, and this is free education, guys. Smash that like button, smash the screen on TikTok too, guys. What I want to see was the London Open candle pop up, break the high of that previous bullish candle, grab liquidity from the upside, has a high, low, high, high. That point there should just continue, head back up to the resistance, has no need to pull back down. If it did so, right low of the previous candle, it's likely going to make a nice move back down towards the support at the opposite end. But seeing when he break the high of it first, so it didn't quite tick the box. So now I'm just going to wait for the pause option if it presents. Hopefully that makes sense. Green God looks like it wants to go down, but got to wait for it to hit support. Yeah, look, I'd rather get him before it hits support, to be honest. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. What we got, guys? What's everyone looking at, guys, in YouTube? Anyone looking at any potential entries right now? Yeah, for me the focus is GJ. So wait just over 2.5 minutes. Got this resistance to the left as well. I'm gonna be really strict with it. I need it to close significantly enough. GU. Yeah, I went over GU just a moment ago. So GU right now it's coming back down towards the support, so I'd rather not chase it if you're not ready in a sell. I'd rather just wait and see how price bounces off it. The bias is actually bullish. Aside from that, you've got the daily kind of probabilities to the upside. We're going to break to flip back bullish and break our own high in the current daily candle, start to pop above this resistance at 1.27410. That will be a buy option for me. Otherwise, look for buys from the support at this rate. That's what I'll be looking at on GU. Yeah, so I'd rather buy it, but it's just a matter of where at the moment. All right, so 45 seconds remaining. At this rate, not closing strong enough below the low of that bullish candle. Maybe we're just going to bounce off this support. Gold is still below that resistance. Is GJ going to close strong enough? Wait and see. Alright, so it's not closed strong enough below. So I'm gonna wait. Stick to my rules. Let's see if the plan would work either way, if it does pull back to tap into that level. So for me, it's not closed strong enough below. I'm just gonna be really strict with things and wait patiently. That could be your potential little entry just now if it taps into low of that bullish candle. Anticipation rejects, it's back down. Not a great deal of volume at the open so far, to be honest, guys. The reason why I don't like that entry is because it only needs to pull up 2 pips to tap into that previous low. So it could now just could it potentially create a low for the London Open candle tapping to support. I would have wanted for it to close right near its low. That would be a stronger closure to suggest to me that maybe we're just going to pull back up, grab a little bit more liquidity from previous level of minor pause. That support form begins to flip. Popping back below its resistance to the left, it's more higher probability at that point for it to come back down to the support. Right now, it's just not a strong enough closure for me. So nothing on the table just yet. Gold's still rejecting, so we just need to chill. Just need to wait, guys. Patience is key. Patience pays. TikTok guys, help us get to that 1k follower goal. So if you're not yet followed, please do so. And YouTube guys, what is going on? Is everyone in a chat? Is everyone in a trade or something right now? Why is it so quiet in there? Got to get this chat rolling. Ask me questions, guys. Anyone got any questions? So one thing, be very, very careful. If you're on a funded account, be very careful. They're all, well, the majority of them are just full of shit, in all honesty. And that's one thing I would say. Be really, really careful. There's only one that I would trust. That's the main one. You guys all know it, FTMO. Tyron Yan, what's the best trade for $200? The highest probability trade is the best trade for $200. Right now, there is no high probability entry, so you just need to wait. It's whatever you determine to be a solid entry. I mean, right now, GJ is rejecting. I mean, it's just not a strong enough closure below. But some of you might be in a trade right now. If you are, what I probably suggest is stop loss should be right. The previous candle's high. I think it's flipped back bearish. The current candle has no need now to pull back up, break its own high, break the previous candle's high. Begins to break the previous candle's low, you're likely going to be into some decent profit. Or into clean traffic, it's likely going to give you that push to at least 10 plus pips. Stop loss should be safe, and as it breaks a lot of the previous candle, you can just grab your trailing stop loss to the entry candle's high. Jasper, one of one funding or Arctic funding? Thoughts? To be honest, man, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not gonna lie. Am I missing something? Steve, all good, my friend. I know you're busy, so the prop firms I've never heard of either. Never, to be honest, so I can't really pass judgment. All I know is the only one I've ever seen proof of paying out, and literally the only one, is FTMO. It's the only one. I know others have been paying out on other platforms. That's fine, other prop firms. But from one of my best mates, that's the only one I've seen that actually pays out, and pays out without any issues whatsoever. Mr. Phil, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Byron Yan, excuse my mispronunciation. Is it best to follow red and green trend lines? Again, I'm not too sure what you're referring to. To be honest, I don't have any trend lines here. Mamu, you don't know what to do? Are you new to... do you even know what you're watching? Not a silly question, because some people just flick over and... what's this all about? Watching some candles print. If you're uncertain about what trade to take, then that means there is no trade. You just need to wait for your plan to present. Anyone been watching the basketball in the meantime while we wait? The Celtics are dominating the final series. Not to my liking. I'd rather see the Mavs win, to be honest. Not that any of you probably care, but it's the sport I talk about. I don't talk about the round ball sport, the one that, obviously, football. Basketball's also a round ball sport, but yeah, not a big fan of what we call here soccer. DJ pulling back up. It's that 200 level 2, guys. Look at that. It's like a magnet. It's 200 level. Could there be potential buy options on GJ? We'll have to wait and see how it's closed in the next 7 minutes. M30 London Open. Anyone got a chart for me? Guys on YouTube, someone talk to me, send me a chart. Let me know, what are we all waiting for? What are you guys waiting for? Other than waiting to see if we can get involved on gold or GJ. Anyone else focused on any other pair at the moment? There goes gold's breaking. Yeah, I can't out of all this, I don't have any confirmation. If it breaks, it breaks. I'd rather wait for the closure. Sorry guys, in the Zoom, I just haven't seen the chat. Rajat, I want to do better in entries. Any program you have set up and learn. I mean, there's simulators that you could practice your entries on. Well, there, you can translate what it says on the Zoom call. That's all right. Didn't understand, Rajat. I think is that what you're referring to? Simulators? Julio, I'm not sorry, mate. It's not really making much sense, that comment. So, Mr. Fields, football, not soccer. Yeah, I mean, those in here in Oz and obviously in the US will know what I'm talking about when we refer it to soccer more so than football. We're our own forms of football. I'm not talking about that rugby stuff. That's not the main sport here in Melbourne. The main sport is Aussie rules. Not that I really follow it, to be honest, anymore. Used to love it as a kid. So I'm waiting to see how goal closes. Again, I'll take the impulse entry. Pulling back just now would have got you about 10 and rejected. Not even 10 by the looks of it. Come back to the entry. Well, the level of potential entry. Had to look for an entry. I'm just waiting patiently for the closure. We've wicked above resistance form during the Asian session, so we're going to now close above it and head back up, or we're going to respect it and reject and head back down. At this rate, needs to close above for the buy option. There is no sell option for me because we're just going to be back right in this consolidation for close below. Does anyone here watch the basketball then? Seeing we're not going to agree on football. Okay. Alright, GJ. GJ, what we're getting now is another weak pause on the 15. So a little weak support forming, potentially. So if the new candle opens and creates an upper wick and begins to break the support, we're popping back below this support to the left hand side. I feel it could be a high probability, a good chance we could get a sell option. So I want this count to close bullish because that is to be the case, and what we should do is, if we are to continue bullish, we should just head back up, break the high of the previous, break below the previous, and start to trend to the upside. If we approach the support and begin to pop below it, we are, first of all, in a bit of a downtrend right now. Create another support, lower high, lower low. Next likely destination is the next level of support. It's quite clean to the left hand side. So it just all depends now how this candle closes. Now, if you're in doubt, and this is, again, this is all in here. This is my course, over 100 pages of content I put together myself for more than 15 months it took me. Just from my experience on the charts. So if in doubt, I'd want to see this candle close well below 50. Preferably around that point, well, 0.618 point. It just depends what draw from the upside to the downside, downside, upside. Then the bottom third, bottom half to bottom third is where I want this candle to close, and that would suggest to me it's a weak bullish candle, so it's a weak pause. We begin to break it on impulse, it could be an option to sell it. If it closes stronger, then what that would suggest to me is, again, for education, so smash the screen, guys, hit that like button in YouTube and TikTok, guys, smash the screen. Close it strong. Now I need to wait for this a strong candle to close back below, bearish engulfing preferably, and that could be the entry later on. into probably the second 15-minute of the new M30. So once again, for education, guys, no other stream goes into as much detail, I feel, as what I do. So gold could be the play. GJ's looks like it's closing strong bullish. So gold buys upon continuation would be the option. Have we got a 5-minute closure and tap in? I want to see a low wick fall, and then we could look for a potential buy option above the high of the catalyst candle. Strong catalyst. Not going to look for the limit order this time. All right, nice closure above. Oh man. All right, look, TikTok's off. Didn't realize. That's all good. So I'll be looking for a buy just above the high. Couple pips above the high. I like the fact we popped up, now popping back down. So I've set a buy stop. 66. 2305.66. Stop loss back below previous candle's low. That's what I'm currently looking at, guys. So we'll see. So I'm looking to get involved on the flip. Vincent, no, I'm not in. No, not in yet. That's my order, so not in yet. Mr. Bill, why is the other sport called football? They rarely kick the ball. Rugby, I agree. They rarely kick the ball. Aussie rules, they kick the ball more than anything else. They kick it, they hand pass it, but they don't throw it. You know, you're not allowed to throw the ball. Alright, so last week, guys, in this sort of situation, I was getting caught out in limit order because price was pulling back further and taking out the stop loss prior to if it was to continue. So I've learned my lesson from the last week, and I'm going to get involved now. Seeing it's just come out of consolidation. I'd rather just get involved, seeing if we have that catalyst, because this, if it was to continue and break the high, using that momentum to the upside, rather than anticipating the tap in and continuation, because it could just be a fake out, and we could come back below into that consolidation. So that's the plan right now. Wait for it to flip. Did it twice on GJ today for success on both occasions during the Asian session. That's what we waiting for on gold. Guys in YouTube, anyone involved in any trade? Rajat? No, I'm for a program for setup and taking entries according to analysis. What do you mean? You mean MetaTrader? Do you have a broker, my friend? I don't know, trade's taking until now? Yep, fair enough, brother. DJ's flipped. Wow, look at that. It's not a solid enough entry for me. I would have wanted that to be bullish engulfing to consider any sort of buy. But now it could now confirm that high low. Head back up, but yeah, my focus is on gold, so not fast. I'm not worried about gold because if it does drop, it's just a no trade. That's all it is. Getting in with the momentum if it does flip. Does anyone join the Discord from the chat? And does the link work? If you have, let me know. The YouTube chat, that is. Julio, it has to end above the line, right? I want it to break the current candle's high by about 2 pips, and that would be my entry. So not above the line. That's just where I put buys above. That just means a level I'd like to get involved in a trade. Doesn't mean I just buy it as price pops above that level, because it's coming from consolidation. That's why when I send in these updates and analysis charts and that, I hope you guys aren't getting the wrong picture. It doesn't mean we just buy it as it pops into that level. We need to wait for your catalyst. So my catalyst right now is that closure above. So now it means it's closed into a level I'd like to look for an option to buy it. But now I need to wait for price to reject this level, begin to flip, break its own high, and that's when I will look to enter the trade. Well, that's where I've got my entry set at the moment. So you shouldn't really be in a buy right now, unless it ticked the box in accordance to you for your entry. And for me, it's not an entry just yet. Those of you in TikTok, that's what I'm currently looking at. Not in the trade just yet, not financial advice as well. Make that clear. But what I'm looking at is enter entry just a couple pips above the current candle's high. If it does flip and break its own high. We're sitting here patiently. We're all good because we're not bothered. We're not in a trade. We're going to get in if it flips with the momentum in line with the catalyst candle. Time being, we're not worried if it pulls back because we're not involved in the trade. If it comes back down, we just simply remove the entry, which is likely what I'm going to do. 15-minute closes back below. I'm just going to remove it because it really, if we were to continue bullish, we should remain above. So what I'm likely going to do is now wait for 30 minutes to close. If it closes back above, we've got that pause back above that previous resistance, bring that minor resistance above resistance, if that makes sense. And if we begin to break on the following hourly, that could be the entry. But right now, looks like the way the M15 is going to close back below. So likely going to remove it. Got 4 minutes, sorry, remaining on this 15-minute candle. Well, it said 15 minutes. My eyes are shot. Need glasses. YouTube guys, please, if you could, just smash that like button. I want to do more giveaways and I still haven't forgotten. I will do a big giveaway, but the issue is you guys are going to help me out a bit. Hit the like button. We've got to get the viewers up. So it's the least you could do. And once again, if you're not joining the Discord group, the link is into the top of the chat. I just wonder if it actually works. I have no idea. I don't know, to be honest. No idea if it does. Alright. Maybe we're going to close above. Entry could still be valid if the 15 closes like this. Don't need to remove nothing. This adds further confluence if that's to be the case. Forming a minor pause above the resistance. If it begins to break the following candle, this is a trade I'd look to take every day of the week. Ben Smith would use previous candle stops is in a 15 a stop loss. I mean, I'm still using based off the 30. I've still got the previous 30, but once it's triggered in, you could straight away adjust your stop loss to the entry candle's low, the M30 candle's low, the current candle, and begins to trail it straight away. Because if it was to continue bullish, it would really have no need to pull back down, break the low of its own candle, let alone the previous M15 low. But I like this closure that we're about to get to 15. Well, it's closed. So it's still closed above the Bollinger Candles to the left after wicking down to the range below. So I'm going to keep it in for the time being. But we'll see. The longer it takes to pop back up, the less likely I am to take the trade. Breaks low of the previous M15. Now I may also just remove the order at that point there. But right now it's still technically valid in my opinion. That candle's closed right at 50, so it's line ball. What's TP set? CJ? Where's TP set? Well, I'd just be for me. I mean, according to my rules, generally TP1 is around the 10 plus pips. But aside from that, I just looked at data to the left to see potential levels price could tap into before it rejects. We've got obviously its previous resistance. There's a fair bit of margin within that. Could also probably target not enough margin there. I would say that previous resistance. Also got this level to the left hand side, previous support. So once again, just follow your rules. For me, I'm a scalper. I look for small moves within the market. So 10 plus pips will happily give me the return I would like. Sometimes less than that. But I target realistic overall targets for the runner. And I definitely see potential for it to come up towards that 2310 sort of level. Samly Candlesticks makes a series of higher high, higher low on M30 and M15, so it's good to buy for me. Yeah, it's a good option for me as well. Xauusd, gold on 5 minute, creating higher highs and higher lows from a structure perspective. Is it? Yeah, it is too. At this stage, it's still okay. Depends how far this counter pulls back though. And look at GJ. So, is there anyone in a GJ trade? It was a slow burner if you're in it. You wouldn't have got your 10. Come back to entry. So my cards for GJ, as I mentioned before, would have been in bullish engulfing, which did not get, so it's not to into it. To be honest, I wasn't even looking at it anyway. I was looking at gold. Mr. Phil, you waiting for EJ buyers? Yep, that looks good too. EJ looks really good. I assume, seeing you're similar to the way I trade, you trade very similar. I'd assume you're waiting for a closure above now on the M30. And that would be a catalyst. Two outside. Yeah, sorry man, forgot about that. Let me quickly look at it. Yep, so you got just over an hour. Unless you're going to take it as it breaks. current day's high. Let's look forward. There's a lot of news about. We've got CPI tomorrow for the US dollar, and then obviously FOMC. So massive few days for the dollar. Unemployment claims to come after that. So a huge week once again with the news as per usual. So it isn't GJ following the pattern or buy you described. Yeah, not really. Sort of, but I wanted this count to close up higher, bullish engulfing. Then I would have considered it a buy, to be honest. Because I mean, right now it's really consolidating. There's no on the 15 anyway. So based off that, I mean, now I've broke probably 200.2. It could be an option, but I would have preferred the buy from lower down, if not for the potential bullish engulfing candle, which we didn't get. So yeah, not really, not at the moment. But in all honesty, guys, that analysis I sent into the Discord group today, well, this AM my time for end of day and pre-Asian session was spot on. Price to pull back to 199.80 roughly, tap into the support, bounce off it, retest the highs of the previous daily count, break it, let's pop above it, and that's exactly what it did. Pull back, and we're now back above that previous daily candle's high. So we're still respecting that level. Create a low to bounce. Yep. Seems like it bounced at 200. Yep, at the moment. Bro, good day to you. How are you, brother? Welcome, welcome. Alright, so this rate is likely what I'm going to do in the next few minutes is just remove the order and then just have it sort of set there without confirming the entry. If this candle does, just in case this candle closes weak bearish back above, what I want to see in the new hourly is, well, the hourly first of all is going to close above this resistance. If that was to be the case, I want to see the new candle create a low wick, rejecting this previous resistance and begin to break above the previous hourly high, previous M30 high, pause on the M30. And that will add even more probability, in my opinion, to potential buy, take it back up towards the current daily candle's high. So likely what I'm going to do now is remove the order and just patiently wait. I'll wait a few more minutes actually. I'll wait till like last 3 minutes. Right. Now this rate looks like it's going to close back below into consolidation, so that's the last thing we want to happen, to be honest, because that's going to close the hourly below the resistance as well, so no catalyst whatsoever. Selling it, unless this closes bearish engulfing, I don't see it being an option right now, because you just wouldn't have confirmed a closure below to support. Not only that, it's not a great deal of margin back towards the current daily candles low. So I'm just going to remove my order just now, seeing there's about 3 minutes remaining. And wait for the hourly to close. So I'm going to set it up for the exact same level, just in case this candle closes below. Above, sorry. Just going to have the horizontal set, but I'm not going to actually set the order until this candle closes, until new candle opens up, creates a bit of a low wick. And then I would look to take the entry if that was to be the case. So still contemplating the exact same level, 2305.66. But I'm going to wait now for this candle to close. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is closing very similar to the 15-minute that I was waiting for, more the previous candle. Closing on the M30. Pretty much the exact same way that previous 15 closed. So that would be another good bit of added confluence, like I said. We pause, preferably above. I want it to close above. I really would love for it to close above, just to confirm we've got that catalyst on the hourly, on the M30. Adds further confluence. So just need to now patiently wait just over a minute and see where this candle now closes. Last thing we want for it to do is close back below that blue zone. This is not what we want. We don't want to continue to drop. It does. It just means I need to wait again. Mix Cooks. GJ. Gold, alright, so it's looking alright. Hold on, GJ. Yeah, you'll have to be at that point there, but on that Morningstar formation, Bell would have probably been taken out break even, so it did pop back down to slow. Alright, nice closure on gold. The way the previous M15 closed doesn't necessarily need a low wick. But again, preferred being the open of the hourly for it to create it, which is just doing now, so that's good. I'm going to look to set the buy again, guys. Got the hourly closing above, so that's a tick. Got the M30 still closing above, rejecting this previous consolidation, closing above that resistance. We have now opened the new hourly. We've popped up, we've popped back down to create a low wick. We begin to break our own high, begin to break above the previous counter's high. I'm going to look to take the entry. Exact same level as before, 2305.66. So we'll see. Yeah, so GJ right now, I mean, I'd probably prefer to see a bit of a pause again. Form some resistance at this previous resistance on the M15. If it closes above, could be options, but at that point there, you probably don't have the margin really to take it back up. So right now it's right in the middle, so I'd be waiting for it to pop up, either to reject or look to sell it, trade the range, or break the current daily candles high. What you've done is create a higher low, and you'll obviously be creating a higher high. Once it begins to pop above, close above, is your option to buy it upon continuation. Otherwise, it starts to pop back below the support just here on the M30. Then there could be options to take it back down towards the current daily candles low. So below that 200 level, below 199965 to be exact. Julio, you learned that entrance has to come or not? Go looking for it by force? Exactly. Need to have your plan and wait patiently. Now, once again, I don't mind this volume right now that we're dropping back down at the open of the new alley, because if we are to break the previous candle's low very quickly into the new alley, then we have a lower high. We've already created an upper wick. We have a lower high, lower low to the previous candle. There is absolutely no need for us to pull back, break our own high, break that previous candle's high. If we've done so, what we've likely, if done that point, is just grab some more liquidity from this previous range. In a break above, I feel there's even higher probability that price is just going to make that move up. So I'm not at all put off by this dropping a bit at the open of the new alley. Just gonna sit tight and wait. Anyone in any trades, YouTube guys, anyone, did anyone take GJ? What's GU doing? Not a great deal. I think the sales now make more sense if it breaks so low again. There's the patience. Tell you one thing for nothing, had an absolute shit out sleep last night. Wind is all you may have heard. The Melbourne weather last night was crazy. The wind was terrible. It poured all night. It was pissing down rain. I love the sound of rain when I sleep, but that was just crazy last night. It just kept me awake. Honestly thought the windows were just gonna absolutely just blow in from the wind. It was terrible. Melbourne winter, not a pleasant place. Alright, so London has had absolute shithouse volume. It's been really rank. Very little volume so far, London session. It's at that time of the year where volume isn't quite there during the London session. What short is here? Let's see if gold's starting to bounce back above that support. Let's see if it triggers us in. The stop loss is just a little bit below previous M30 low at this stage. 230283. Well, let's see, guys. I like the fact that we're bouncing off again. Rejected multiple occasions. Almost triggered in. Getting close. Got the catalyst on the hourly, closed above. We've got the M30 closing above. Should have grabbed enough volume from the downside. So I'm not in just yet. The green light did light up on the terminal. Alright, I got slipped. Got slipped a bit. So that's the current entry, guys. So let's see, it still looks good. Well, there? Yeah. I got triggered in. Oh yeah, I mean. We all in this? Who's in this? All right, so you got about 5.5, 6 pips on the table. Thanks for the sub. Pops up a bit more. We can probably get to break even. Not yet at break even though. Alrighty guys, you got about 7 pips on the table. I've got a little bit less because I got slipped. There we go. Alright, popping up. Get ready to secure. There we go. There's your 10. There's your 10, guys. So get to break even if nothing else. I secured half. Mine was about 8 pips at the 10, and there's your W. There we go. Have to wait patiently, but we got the move right towards the end of the stream. So cracking day, guys. 3-0 for me today. Once again, last week was a stinker. When I talk about stinker, it was my first losing week for the week. Down 0.35%. 3 trades today. I'm well and truly up. Well and truly up. So you just keep doing the same shit, guys. You don't need to change something that's not broke because you might have a bad day or a bad week. So current entry. And nice little W, guys. Well done. Please tell me everyone else is in it or someone else is in it other than Dot. Well done to you. You going for right now? Nice one. Steve, nice one, brother. Good work, guys. Bro, good work, my friend. TikTok. Lego. Good work. I'm getting my order rejected, bro. Why is that? Oh, probably because you've gone for too high a lot size. Probably over leveraged. Leo, not bad, mate. Not bad. Bro, nice one. Julio, yeah, you should have been in already, my friend. How about you, Franco? Did you take this entry by any chance?
No, I was not.
Okay, no, fair enough, man.
So I was doing something else.
All good, man. All good.
Impressive, Justin. Impressive today. Your trades.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Pulled all of them into the Discord as well, and this one live on stream. So I don't feel like it enough love on YouTube. Not from you guys, but I mean, we'd have more on the stream. But we'll get there. Get there. Mark my words. Well done, guys. Good work. All right. So I'd be definitely at break even. I'd be targeting, first of all, this resistance to the left. I think it's a fair level to target. So around that 23.07. So you've got 23.0720 roughly. But other than that, I'd be looking to tap into previous support. It's left 23.08, and then final target around 23.10, 23.11. but nice work. How about GJ? Looks like it's made the move up. That's all right. Anyone in GJ? Let's go, guys. Come on, smash that like button. Type those W's in the chat. Did you take this trade? Y or N or not or N? Sorry, Y or N? Yes or no? Let me know. I know, obviously, Crow, Dot, Steve. So my run has just been taken out. And this one looks like it would have also been taken out. Yep, there you go. Cody's still in, all right. Just be careful because it's rejecting now. But for me, I just follow my plan. Take what the market will give me. So always first targets around that 10 plus. Today on GJ, first target for me was around 8 because I couldn't really monitor the trade so much. Goats, good day to you. Thank you to the sub. It's just a short-lived win, but better than nothing. So I secured around 8 again on this one, purely because the spread. I got in higher up because I knew what was going to happen. I could tell the way it was popping up to that level. But all good. Cody, rescue. Oh, okay. So you're in from lower. Nice one. Bro, until grand? Nah, not for me. That's the move. So if it takes my runner route, so you just need to reassess, plan ahead. And right now, what I'd be waiting for is probably if this candle flipped. I mean, but I wouldn't, because I was just in a trade, I wouldn't be bothering to take it just now. But similar sort of scenario to what we had here. If this closes a weak bearish candle, then what you could probably look for is a potential entry as the next candle begins to break the high of that candle. But for me, it's just, that's the trade. Not going to re-answer just now. What I'd rather do is just come back and see how things are looking closer to NY. And that personally is what I'll likely do. So, I mean, it's been a good one, guys. 3-0 for me today. Obviously, one trade on the stream, 2 during the Asian session. Yeah, so that's what I'll be looking at. I'll be waiting for a little bit of a catalyst to form yet again in price action. As long as we remain above 23.0450, I think there's a good chance we will continue to see upside. 4 hour will close in the next 40 minutes. So this candle, nice looking candle just now. Look what it's done. It's tapped into these wicks to the left hand side, long wick to the upside. So if it closes up near its high, then the new candle, good chance that it could just pop up, begin to break above the previous candle's high, and head back up towards the current daily candle's high. The way the current 4 hours closing, once again, if it does close up near its high, so just means grab liquidity from the downside, will be not much need for it to pull back too far on the next candle before it begins to continue to the upside. If it does pull back a little bit, I'd expect it to still respect this 23.045 if I was to still trust the buys at that point. Otherwise, we'll pull back a little bit further, wait for the high low to form, and then see how price approaches that previous 4 hour candle's high moving forward for maybe potential buys later into the new 4 hour candle. For the sells, not keen on selling it at the current level, not keen on selling it below the current level because it's just back into consolidation. The sells, I'd rather pull up, create a move to the upside, potentially retest the current daily candle's high, only to reject yet again, form a bit of support below that previous resistance. And as price begins to pull away from that support, that could be your potential entry point for a sell option. Begins to break above, flip the 30-minute structure bullish. Buys are all the rage for me if that was to be the case. So that's pretty much what we're looking for. Still sells below 22.98.80 as well, just above the support formed at the current, just below the support formed at the current daily candles low, just above the current daily candles low. Sorry, if price does pop below that level, I feel it is a better option to take a sell, possibly back down to the previous daily candles low. So that is what I would personally be looking at moving forward on the gold. Now onto GJ. So made the move. Not fast. All good. Got the W on gold either way. So right now on GJ, what I'd be looking for is just to play the range, because we have formed a higher low. But if it's only to put back up to create a lower high, and we respect the current daily candles high, respect this 4-hour resistance, which is also the level where if we close above, we're going to flip the M30 structure bullish. So if we do close, reject it yet again, similar to gold, I'd just be looking for the sell from the resistance on rejection, wait for it to form a bit of support below, and as it begins to pull away from that support, that could be your option to sell it back down. Otherwise, just comes back down to 20.05 or 200, sorry, around that 200 level, respects the psychological round number. There could be options to buy it to add to that. 4-hour, well, depends on this one closes, but I would want it to respect the previous 4 hours low in creating that support, and then head back up to retest the high. Yeah, but right now, this sort of rejection, leaving long wick knife direction, if that is to be the case, the next 7 minutes, makes it, in my opinion, a little bit more choppy, a little bit more difficult to trade at the current level on GJ. If that's the case, you need to wait for buys above 200.4. Sells below 199.96. Don't know if you're going to have the margin. It just depends how price closes below it, if you do have the margin. But to me, the better option for the sellers is once you start to flip the micro trend back bearish in line with the actual structure itself, in line with the bias itself, and we start to close below 199.80, tap in. At that point, there's a high probability price will come back down towards 199.350. Paulius, haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Where you been, mate? GU. I've been over GU a few times. For me, it's, I don't really like the level it's at. Sells from below the daily low, but if we begin to pop above it, so what you do have now is previous daily closing bullish, long week to the downside, broken high previous daily. You now pull back up to break your own high on GU. I think there's a high probability price will continue to the upside. 4 hours just rejecting though. Looks like we're going to close a strong bearish engulfing candle. Leaving long wick to the downside makes it a little bit more tricky for me to trade it though. But I probably will not chase the sells and just wait to see how price reacts to that support again to buy it. Once again, buys above 1.27 or 10 look a good option. Now moving on to the 30-minute, it does now just pull back to create a lower high. So far it's rejecting its previous support, but if it does pull back to maybe test back up to that resistance at 1.2730, I'll need to reject the option to sell it. And that's probably it on GU. I mean, other than that, if it does come back to the most recent support, bounce off it, only to close below it. As long as you got the margin below it, you could possibly look to sell at that point there as well. Pretty much it. GU to me has been pretty messy of late. It just tends to consolidate and then make new moves out of nowhere. Bit tricky. All good, mate. All good. I hope you're well. What have I missed? I'm getting my order rejected, bro. Yeah, read that. Summer, look at it, too late now. Yeah, definitely too late for not already, well, weren't already in it. Mix, you're in GJ. Nice one. So it looks like we've had a pretty good session all around. So once again, TikTok guys, I may stream live the MI session on TikTok. It will be a members MI call, so I will send a Zoom link into the members group for you guys to join. I hope you guys join and don't be shy. Don't be shy, guys. yeah, but otherwise, well done today. Really, really good day. Appreciate all the support as always. If anyone is interested in any of the services I do provide, just contact me. You can find all the links to those and how to contact me down below in the description. Make sure to follow me on IG, all the different social media outlets. Look at gold now, absolutely pumping. Wow. So give me a follow and keep an eye out for, yeah, if I'm going to go live later, I'll let you guys know on IG. Sorry, Franco.
Yeah, great session this morning.
Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining.
Okay.
And I hopefully we'll catch you later.
Yeah, bye.
Cheers, mate. And Julio, thank you. And to the rest of you, cheers. Don't forget your like button way up. Thank you, TikTok. We'll catch you guys maybe later on. And tomorrow I'll be on from 6:30 AM UK time. All the lunch session. Until then, guys, trade safe. Well done today. Cheers and bye for now.